am delighted to introduce the yearly celebration of the AXA Research Fund. Because understanding risk is at the core of protection, at AXA, we value the science philanthropy as a key pillar of our mission to better protect people. We are convinced that improving and sharing with the whole of society knowledge on this risk is more than ever relevant.
I'm very honoured to share with you some of the highlights of the Research Fund's achievements over the last year.
I will introduce grantees, and I will do that with the help of various members of the scientific board. I will first ask Professor Alessandra Casella to join me to discover our new grantees in socioeconomic risk.
What is extremely exciting about Professor Zria's work is the idea of adding factors that we know are empirically relevant, like psychological factors, putting chance back, combining the two.
So it's a pleasure for me to introduce Professor Adam Sober, and he's the first winner of the AXA Award for Environment.
At Columbia University in New York, some colleagues and I believe that we in the academic sector can do more to understand these risks.
And we decided to grant the first AXA Outlook to Katrina Brower for her work with poor communities in relationship with the resilience to extreme weather events and climate change.
So a particularly innovative aspect of this project is how we're going to work across cultures to draw out the similarities, but also the key differences between the experiences of coastal communities on the one hand in Kenya, but then also in the UK.
I think it'll be clear from everything that we've presented so far that what we look for with an AXA chair is a combination of a really important and timely research problem. We look for the right place to be injecting this support, and we look for the right person to lead it.
How much do we know and how much do we not know about the links between climate change and flooding? What are the implications for the insurance industry? And perhaps most importantly, how can scientists and policymakers and business and the public work together to adapt to what seem to be very serious risks?
We're now in what we geologists call the Anthropocene, that is, life according to man. We are now leaving a big enough footprint on Earth that we're changing things enough that we'll be an important smudge in the layers when something looks back 10 million years from now.
We are seeing changes in rainfall patterns. There is a very robust global pattern. The areas where rainfall is currently abundant and heavy is becoming more abundant and heavier. And in certain areas that are currently dry, particularly Mediterranean climate regions, it's getting drier. This is what's being called the rich get richer phenomenon.
Over the last 20 years, we have an increase of 300% of the total amount of loss for the weather event, and more than 600% for the sum insured. Anticipating of the evolution of these risks is key for the insurance industry, not only examining the current situation, but putting a perspective in our approach.
In the past, insurers, they were using more statistical models where the basic idea was to collect claims from the past and then try to build very simple frequency severity model to extrapolate the losses.
River flooding is a problem that has to do both with the atmosphere and the land surface and the river itself. And this is why different scientific disciplines are involved in this issue. This is a problem once the different scientific disciplines are not talking to each other, and more of that, working together.
So I heard a couple of things, in fact. I heard data. We need data. I heard computer. But I think what I heard mainly was also cultural change, and I think I love it very much. So I think that if we can combine these three dimensions, we may be able to solve the problem before 100 years. So thank you very much for this very insightful comments.